All right, Lisa, what have you got here?
We have another special spacesuit for you in the lab today. As you know, it was just the 60th anniversary of Alan Shepard's flight in May. And this was the second part of the Kickstarter with Armstrong. So we're working on this to put on display downtown and Destination Moon.
So part of what made me gasp there is that I recognize the weathering pattern here because I have pictures of this suit in my archive. Oh my God.
The materials are aging. Maggie, who works with me, has done a great job doing some treatment she can outline. We're just sort of building out the final mannequin scheme for it. We've done the treatment. The gloves, helmet, and boots will be back on the suit for display. Position like we talked about with Armstrong, where they look like they're on display in position, but not attached to the suit. It's using its original fasteners and mechanical attachments, so we can leave that airflow going. And it will be displayed for the first time with its capsule downtown in the same case.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
They're being brought back together.
Yes.
That's
so
really
that will
neat.
be very exciting. I'm actually more excited about that, I think. So
talk to me about ways in which this is deteriorating and how you're trying to stop it.
Well, thankfully, overall, it's in pretty good condition. There's the obvious wear that you're seeing.
Yes.
And a lot of people get confused and think that where they see the brown, it's like rusting or something because this looks metallic. But that's actually the adhesive that's been exposed in where the coating has been removed.
The aluminized coating.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So this aluminized coating is a very thin layer that's over this adhesive, which has just kind of turned brown as it's aged.
Right.
Which is over a substrate that's actually a green fabric.
Right,
which
like
a lot
the
of people
original
don't
Mark IV suits
Correct.
were. Okay.
Yes. So it's really just that coat suit that's been coated overall. The zippers had a little bit of corrosion just inherently from years of exposure and where it kind of interacts with the textile.
So you just go over that with a little acid and a Q-tip and
a little bit of solvent and then some mechanical action, maybe with a scalpel or something gentle.
Oh, wow.
And then coating it with a wax to inhibit future corrosion. The largest issue with this suit was really the neck ring. The rubber had just started to shatter.
Right.
Areas were missing. You know, it's meant to be a very elastic seal for when the astronauts were getting out of the capsules. Once it had come back in the water, they could reach this over their neckline and prevent water from getting into the suit while they were being taken out of the ocean.
Gotcha.
So it had meant to be very elastic, but unfortunately, over time, it had just started to shatter. So we were able to rejoin it in some areas and put a lining that would prevent any future loss as the rubber continues to deteriorate.
Wow.
So Maggie and I have been looking into the coating a little bit more because there's always been this discrepancy. Is it really an aluminized coating on top of the adhesive layer? Is it integrated into that final coating layer? This one is in very good condition compared to some. Glenn's suit shows a lot more coating loss.
Yeah.
And so Maggie has been reaching out to the Minnesota Historical Society and other people doing original research on trying to decide that. So what did you discover in the...
Well, so we found the Minnesota Historical Society has the 3M archives, and 3M was actually responsible for producing this fabric.
Okay.
And then B.F. Goodrich assembled the suits. And so 3M archives revealed that we think that the same type of technique was used to create this silver lining as the lining they were using to market towards like firefighting at the time.
Sure.
So it was meant to kind of repel heat. And we were able to find some patents that we think kind of show the way that they would vapor deposit that layer onto the surface.
Onto a carrier adhesive.
Yeah, onto like a carrier adhesive.
And that would be as a monolithically, like on a big roll of fabric. And then they sewed this out of that. They didn't coat it post-built.
No, yeah, it would be done prior to assembly and then sent out and assembled.
It only just occurred to me, and that literally part of the display is conservation, right? I didn't realize that until you said we make it so it's not under its own weight. You're trying to make the load on it as light as possible so it lasts as long.
Right, and we look at the suit configuration drawings to find out where those point loads are. Look at the original astronaut specs like we did with Armstrong, but a lot of that has changed with the suit over time from the aging, but we can still figure some of that out.
I have a question. What is this panel for?
There's actually a cord that goes through there, and runs that length, so you
Oh.
could tighten it a little to get better fit. There's a same type of strapping system running down the legs, and then also along the back, there's another panel.
So
Right, and
to
it's sort of
customize
like
fit.
that strap on the back of the glove,
Yes.
just to
Right.
tighten it up.
These are the external, like the fit check, and then that final lacing and restraint systems.
Thank you guys so much. This is like a bucket list item. This is so beautiful. Amazing.